I have this ultimate yogurt maker, and there is something that you definitely need to know about this. And also, I'm going to tell you how I actually go about making my yogurt. But first, the reason why I chose this one. So I've been making yogurt for several months, and I have had really lovely yogurt, but I've been using a crock pot, and it has been working just fine. But I was feeling like I needed to tweak my system and get something that was just more dedicated to just yogurt. The crock pot was working fine, but I wanted something a little bit smaller, and I also wanted something that was very specific to yogurt. So that's where this thing entered, and this was a perfect price point for me. I absolutely love the price point of this thing. And I do love just like how specific it is to yogurt. This does come with two like quart glass bowls with lids. They're kind of like a Pyrex. And that is the thing that you need to know is that the lids, they fit on, but they're not as like snug as a Pyrex. So when I was lifting it out, I kind of used like the lid to get it out, and it just kind of like popped right off, and it kind of like spilled some. So just know that it's not like a super snug lid. Not a like deal breaker for me at all, because the glass jars and lids are just fine. It's just know that they're not like super snug on there. And so it comes with those. And then this is it. Like this is the yogurt maker. It's really lovely. So the way that I made my yogurt was I had my milk and I brought it on my stovetop. I brought it up to 195. And then I brought it back down to 110. And at that point, I added my culture, which in my case was just some whey. You can use some yogurt, or you can actually buy like I think it's like a powder of the probiotic, and dump that in there. From there, I poured it into my 2 glass jars, and then I set my time and I set my temp. I set it for 108 and I did it for 8 hours just to kind of see what I like. I am still kind of playing around with it, but that has been a really great consistency for me. It comes out to be really great yogurt that is very like mild. It's not too tart and tangy. I have 5 kids who all love just like plain yogurt, but sometimes if it gets too like spiky, then they don't love it. So that was like a really great time frame, but you can adjust it. That's what I love, is it's completely adjustable. So you also have to pour water into the basin here wherever your milk line is on your bowls. And so then it just stays at that temp for that amount of time. And you'll see it actually count down on here. So let's say you set it for 8 hours, then it'll count down to 7 and then 6 and so on. Once it's done, it actually flashes and lets you, so that's a way that you kind of know that it's done. And then you can just take your glass jars out and you can put them into your refrigerator. I really love because we use raw milk and the top gets like creamy. You can see like this yellow film because it's summer and the cows have been eating out on the pasture and stuff like that. I like to actually use a hand purifier on emulser to just kind of like mix it all in. It gets it really nice and creamy. And then also when I want to make Greek yogurt, I use like a cheesecloth bag. Actually, a nut milk bag is what I use. And I actually strain my yogurt. Sometimes I'm too lazy to do that and we just want to eat the yogurt. But when you want Greek yogurt, that is like the way to do it. But this thing makes it possible to just make really great yogurt that is so simple and just really straightforward and super consistent. That's something that I love. With my crock pot, it was kind of always like, I don't know, because it's summer or it's winter, and like depending on how hot or cold my kitchen is in my old farmhouse, kind of depending on like the quality of my yogurt. And so this just makes it super consistent. I love that. And it's just kind of like a no-brainer thing. So this thing is really, really wonderful. Homemade yogurt is the bomb. If you've never had it, definitely get this because you're going to love homemade yogurt. It's so good and so much better for you, and also can be less expensive than the store. But the big thing is that it tastes so much better and it's so much better for you. And this thing makes it really easy and straightforward. So I love this thing.